In today's video, Dan was kind enough to offer me a ride in his Fiesta RS Turbo. These cars have a huge following, so for me it's good to have a ride and see what the hype is all about. Dan's Fiesta's had some tasteful mods like launch control, an aftermarket wing, and tweaks to the fueling and boost. These tweaks Dan has made have pushed this car to almost 180 brake horsepower, which in a car this light with no ABS, no traction control and that old school turbo spool, it's pretty savage and definitely a lot of fun. Even though this Fiesta is well over 20 years old, it manages to get its power down pretty well. I was impressed, even on these damp Welsh roads. Even 20 plus years ago, the recipe for a hot hatch is quite similar to today. In the interior we can see turbo badges on the steering wheel, a prominent boost gauge and some tight hugging Recaro bucket seats, which they're pretty good, even by modern standards. They were very supportive. So now we've had a good look around the car, let's jump to me and Dan going for a cruise in his Fiesta.
That's cool.
So yeah, we're on a quiet road. That's instant. I don't know. It's hard to say. I'm not really pressing the pedal, but
yeah, it's because the turbo's so small on there.
Tiny, is it?
T2's, I think it's T2. It spools up to standard turbo.
So what power did you say it was making then? And
it pulled 176 about 3 or 4 weeks ago on the rollers.
Yeah.
Yeah, stock 133 out of factory. It had, and before I put the chip on it and open the boost, because obviously it's got an in-car manual boost, which I can adjust the boost. It's running just under the bar now. It was running standard boost, pulled 136 with nothing done.
Yeah.
So it's a good strong engine started, yeah. Put the chip on it, done some bits and pieces like swapped the exhaust out on it, changed the air filters and hose on it, nothing dramatic. And obviously that's where I got 176 running full boost. Well, as much as I wanted to push my turbo through and the clutch.
The thing is, with like 170 brake, it's like that sort of power in a car this age, it just I don't know if they are faster or they feel faster, because they feel fast itself.
It does, yeah. I raced a 335 diesel the other day and I liked the 300 odd brake horsepower. Yeah. That was a bit of fun, that was. So it's not too bad. And it obviously dropped that. Mid-range, top end, this wouldn't stand a chance with it, but to it down for mark. We're not taking it over like a one-er. So they say we can do 140.
Are these?
Yeah.
140 brake, mile an hour?
Yeah. Back in the day we would have, but I wouldn't like to risk it now.
On the autobahn I'd done about that fast in my 208, and that was scary, so I can't imagine what it's like in something like this.
One of the boys back in the day used to have an Aston GTE with a digi-dash and everything between the 16 valves, C20 XE I think it was, and he used to go up and down the bypass. His name's Simon Fly, everyone knows him, and he'd have a can of coke in one hand, he'd do like a Mars bar in the other, and he wouldn't give 2 damns, which is quite funny.
With a netto, is he?
Yeah, he still is now.
Go on, give me a little squirt, see what it's all about.
It's running just under the bar boost now, and it will keep on then.
Yeah. So what's the rev limiter on this, you said?
I've set it just under 5k, because obviously the turbo comes off peak then, so just to protect the engine. Yeah. You're only just holding it out otherwise, which you don't really, you don't need to have guts off there. It's a waste of time otherwise.
I suppose if you had a bigger turbo, the spool later, it might make a bit of sense. But
yeah. To be honest, the way I drive it, it's very rarely you hit the limiter as it is.
Yeah.
You change up early enough.
Yeah. But has this always been an RS turbo? Because you've got the seats, you've got the interior, you've got the engine.
Yeah, no. So I think it was about 2 or 3 years ago, a boy done a conversion, he had an original RS turbo, usual story, rotten, because we tend to like rotten floor pan, battery tray, under scuttles, in the boot, tops and struts and turrets. He found a 8-year-old dry stored Mark 3.5 shell. The RS Turbo is Mark 3.
Yeah.
The only difference really is one's got a flappy petrol cap, one's not.
Yeah.
It's got swage lines in the boot and the others haven't. You had a dry stored shell off like some granny. He's a sprayer by trade, and he basically did a reshell, swapped everything over, which was quite cool. I bought a car off eBay. The guy who had it off me bought it. He thought it was an RS Turbo, sold the advert really, really well, going over to Coventry, and it was a nail. Needed loads of work to do it. Engine was hanging out, wasn't running right.
They do that, didn't they?
Yeah, oh yeah.
Oh, it's absolutely best example ever, future collector's item, only going up in value. When I have a look at it, it's like usually not the case.
And I did a proper schoolboy error, which I've got to mention. Everyone says not to do it. My girlfriend got me and the kids. It took ages to get there. Did the bank transfer and everything, give it to him because I wanted to be all legit.
Yeah.
And then he said to me, well, I ain't got a logbook, mind. I was like, you are? He's like, I haven't got a logbook. I'll write you a receipt.
Yeah.
He gave me the green slip for himself then, which he had the car, but obviously the document regiment changes, so couldn't tax the car or anything to drive home. And I think it took about 8 weeks before I could even get my car taxed, which is a balling then.
How did you get it home? Do you have to get it recovered, is it?
No.
Or you just got it home, is it?
Yeah, we just got it home, we did.
Oh, yeah. It's the thing, see, it's like, I know when I bought my my car, my Evo, like, I drove to Liverpool, I left at 3 in the morning, and I was like, kidding myself, thinking, if it's not right, I'm going to walk away. It's like, I've got up at 3 in the morning, I've driven halfway across the country, it's going to take a lot for me to walk away from that.
Yeah, you do it.
And it's just like, every time, I can't help it, I just hand over the money, I'm like, I'm having it, and I usually regret it, but this time I haven't.
Yeah, I'm a sucker. Well, anyway, I ended up buying another RS Turbo 2 days ago to break for parts.
Yeah.
Well, that wasn't my initial start with. I thought, when I got home, it was rotten. And yeah, I've not got a logbook for that either yet. I've got to apply for it.
Yeah.
Because he's lost it. But he knocked the £30 off the bill, so.
Have you ever had issues getting the logbooks then?
No, luckily not.
So, you know the engine in this?
Yeah.
What type of engine is it? Is it the same as the Escort RS Turbo?
Escort RS Turbo runs MFI and this runs EFI, so the difference is electronic fuel injection.
So is this better then, really? Is it?
They are better, yeah. A lot of people put these engines now in the Escorts, all the Series 1 Escort RS Turbo restores. The purists don't, obviously.
I remember actually when I was a kid, my uncle had a RS Turbo, I think it was a Mark III Escort.
Yeah.
And that was the first car, I remember, I was probably about 8. First car I ever got in, it was like,
yeah.
And it is fast, like, I still, even in this, like, I still get now that feeling of like, that turbocharged car feeling. Like, I've had, my most recent turbocharged car, I had, it's like a 200 horsepower hot hatch, a modern one. And like,
It's nothing.
the turbo delivery, it's just like, it's like they map out all the fun.
Yeah.
It feels like a really fast non-turbo. And the thing is with these types of cars, you can have fun in them without necessarily going fast.
Yeah, oh definitely.
Like it's quite nice just cruising around now.
Yeah.
You know?
When I do a school run, all the kids are like, spin the wheels. Go on, hit the limiter.
Dump valve, like
dump valve, yeah. Lots of people are like, what's that? There's a bus down the road, is it? Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, well, when I was younger, that's what you aspired to. That's all you ever wanted, didn't you? So, and I bought the car based on the fact this old guy in the estate up the road from me had a white one, exactly the same, and he had the SW Stealth 5 spokes on it.
Yeah.
But he had the spoiler on the back, which I've got, and I was like, I've always wanted that. And I was like, that spoiler's hanging. It's like, Marmite. But I wanted the spoiler, so I went out and bought the car, knowing I wanted to go buy a spoiler. Do you think I could find a spoiler? No. But there's a guy on like one of the forums, and you know what, he sorted me out a really good price, and I even painted it myself from here on, and happy days.
Yeah. It's not really like creaking or knocking or anything.
No,
It feels like a well-maintained car.
it's got full suspension on it, like shocks and springs. I'm not sure what they are.
Yeah.
Well, I got coilovers on the other car, which I like to put on. That was a really nice ride. Bit
So hopefully you've enjoyed this video with Dan's RS Turbo conversion. It's definitely a lot of fun.
Yeah, therefore.
I know people love these cars, and it's nice to spend a bit of time in one, see what they're all about and see what everyone's raving about, and hopefully anyone watching this video would also get a feel for the car. So I'd just like to thank you for taking me out.
Cool, happy days.
And yeah, I'll probably see it again because we don't live too far apart, do we?
No, not at all.
So yeah, cheers.
Nice one.